Hi, I wanted to talk about something very important, and that goes back a few years for me, but with so many new survivors of suicide loss contacting me, and I'm seeing a lot of posts of survivors of suicide loss losing loved ones. I remember when I first learnt my son Nicholas had died by suicide. I was frozen in time. I couldn't move. I had these thoughts going through my brain, through my mind. What was the last thing said? What did we do last? How did we dialogue? Did I see or miss something I should have seen? And then my thoughts were racing like a fast forward movie because I was trying to figure out I must have missed something. How could I not have seen this? I should have expected something traumatic. I should have known my son was in distress. I should have been aware that he was calling for help. He was asking for help. He was reaching for me and he was drowning and he needed to be saved. And where was I? Why didn't I put my hand out, my arm out to save him, pull him to safety? Well, the truth is, I didn't see it. The facts are, I had no idea Nicholas was in distress. I had no idea he was in pain. I had no idea Nicholas had been struggling with stress and challenges in life that were overwhelming, started to take control of him. I did not know. I was unaware that Nicholas needed help. And the reason for that is he never told me. Nicholas never reached out to me. Nicholas didn't ask for help. Nicholas did not tell me, his mother, that he was struggling. He was fighting internal thoughts. I didn't know. Should I have known because I'm his mother? No, I'm not invincible. I'm not a mind reader. I was not too busy in my life that I didn't know he existed. I knew he was home. He and I had shared that he was looking for a career. He was wondering what to do. He didn't know what to do with his life. He wanted to have a good paying job, but he was confused. He was also struggling with his girlfriend relationships. Nicholas had anger issues because he was frustrated and he didn't have the patience to wait it out or work it out or find out what his options were. Suicide is not the only options, but now I wonder, did Nicholas have suicidal ideations? Did Nicholas imagine taking his life would solve his problem? Did Nicholas have these thoughts before and he not tell anybody? Or is it possible he told his very best friend, who also took his life 2 months after my son Nicholas died by suicide? Did his friend feel so guilty that he knew something and didn't tell us, and he couldn't live with his guilt, and so he took his life? I don't know. Nobody knows. Nobody told anybody. Nobody shared this information. I'm not a genius. I was his mother. I did not know. Do you have these thoughts? Do you wonder if you should have known? I know I've sat and talked to many mothers that have lost loved ones to suicide, and they said, should I have known? I should have known. I was the mother. I should have been aware. I was distracted. I didn't give the attention I should have. That's not true. You don't have the right to take responsibility for your loved one's suicide. You don't have the right to be responsible, to take the responsibility of somebody else's actions that you had no idea what they thought their only option was. Why? Why would a human being want to blame themselves? Why would a human being want to beat themselves up and be unhappy the rest of their life? Or maybe struggle with their own guilt and then take their life because of the pain? No, no, stop. Stop talking to yourself like that. Stop asking yourself questions. Should you have known? Why didn't you know? What was the reason? If you have not been told, then you don't know. And you don't have the right to make up the answers to suit your questions. It's unknown. My life was frozen in time. I noticed everybody else around me, the community, friends and family, they moved on. They might have gave Nicholas or myself or our family a week, 2 weeks of their time, but they had to move on. They had to keep going. It wasn't their cross to bear. So don't ask those questions. Don't bring on guilt when you don't have answers. It's the unknown. That's why suicide grief is so complicated. So many unanswered, unknown questions. That's what's common with survivors of suicide loss. The unknown, especially when there's been no mental illness diagnosis. There are suicides by those that are not diagnosed with mental illness. That's a fact. But we can have suicidal ideations, thoughts, just to get out of the pain. Okay? Okay. Have a good rest of the day. That was food for thought. Tell me your thoughts. What do you think about what I just spoke about? Are you there? Have you been there? Do you think that? Do you agree? Do you disagree? Tell me. I want to know. Bye for now.